Hi, this is Tim from datinginfoforsingles.com, a website that covers everything you need to know for dating success. And today I'd like to discuss the topic, Tips for Successful Online Relationships. Although meeting people online can be much easier than trying to compete with a crowd in a smoky singles bar or nightclub, there are still some things you need to keep in mind. Safety. Now, there are disreputable people online just as everywhere else, so follow some common sense safety precautions. Don't reveal personal information to an online acquaintance like your real name or your telephone number until you know them well, and I mean well. Be honest with yourself. Dating advice is always a bit iffy because we are all different. What applies to one person may not apply to another, and any advice is filtered by the biases and experiences of the one giving it. Always adapt any advice you take to your own personality. Be honest about who you are and what will work for you. Slow and steady. Tying in with the tip about safety is the suggestion that you take your online relationship slowly. An online dating relationship needn't become a full-blown romance within the space of a week. You should give out personal information about yourself at a measured pace. In fact, a little mystery at first can enhance a relationship. Inflection. Obviously, when instant messaging with someone online, you must rely solely on the content of your words to communicate with him or her. Voice inflection when writing is non-existent, and without it, quite a bit of meaning is lost. That's why so many people find it difficult. Many times, online sarcasm is taken seriously, even that which the writer thought was obvious. These difficulties are one reason why the use of abbreviations such as LOL and emoticons such as the smiley face have become popular. Many find these to be cutesy, however, so they should be used in moderation. There is no substitute for good writing skills in putting yourself in the place of the person to whom you are writing and to keep your words from being misunderstood. Conversation. Try to create a word picture in your reader's mind. The right choice of words can go a long way towards effective writing. Be specific. For example, saying, "I like kayaking down a cool mountain stream, the trees whispering in the wind as I paddle," creates a much more vivid impression on the reader than just "I like kayaking." Don't make assumptions. Just as you need to be specific to keep the other person from misunderstanding what you are writing, you should avoid reading too much into what your correspondent says to you. This is perhaps the hardest advice to follow. Remember that the other person may not be skillful in expressing themselves in a text message as you are. Best is to restate or rephrase what the other person writes in your own words. This will allow ample opportunities for clarification. Be positive. Nobody likes a gloomy Gus, whether online or offline. Of course, everybody has their down days, and it is fine to share an occasional gripe. It shows that you are comfortable with the other person and can confide in him or her. But don't let complaining slip into a habit or a pattern. Stay upbeat when corresponding with your online friend. After all, you may want to meet this person eventually. On the other hand, if you successfully resolve a serious problem in your life, be sure to share the news, as the other person is also likely to get a boost from hearing some good news. Be open-ended. There's an old adage in show business, always leave them wanting more. This holds true for online dating as well. Think of your online conversations as a multi-course dinner. Always leave the other person anticipating the next course. Don't be a terse one-line correspondent in your messages to the other person, but don't unload your whole life story in each message either. Meeting for the first time. The standard advice is to meet in a public place. All the online chat in the world won't substitute for that first meeting in making an accurate assessment of another person. Be relaxed, listen well, but also be able to hold your own end of the conversation. Be yourself. Be honest. Faking who you are will doom the relationship when you eventually meet. You want the other person to fall in love with the real you anyway. So put yourself into your messages, but just make sure it's truthful. Follow this most important step and your success in online dating will be assured. If you want more information on this and everything else related to success with the opposite sex, visit our blog at datinginfoforsingles.com/blog. And while you're there, be sure to fill in your name and email address to get a complete library of 7 free ebooks on dating and seduction secrets. See you there.